Just by the number of professors that attend these conferences, it's very likely that your discipline is not economics. And it's also very likely that given that you're here watching this video, you are a professional of education. You do have a very well-organized course and you use the very best practices. At least, well, you strive to do your very best. Now let me tell you where I am. I am an economist. If you're not, you need to know a few things about our discipline. Economics is a beautiful science. It delivers elegant, useful models to complex realities. In our discipline, we teach rigorous mathematical modeling. We use the rational agent, we maximize the utility of people, societies, firms, we minimize costs, we get things done. In the economics discipline, words such as kindness, community, connection, emotions, belonging are not frequently, if ever, used. So I'm teaching in this environment. As I was reading the COLTT program, I found the first session, Contemplative Strategies in Student Belonging, Enhanced Belonging, Building Community. It's obvious that instructors all over recognize the importance of belonging and building community. So bear with me, this is new for me. So the first part of this video is my research oriented towards educators like me who are a bit skeptical and need evidence of the benefits of kindness on learning. And the second part shows how I did it. I told you about the econ environment, but you need to know a bit more about the particular environment where this exercise takes place. This was before my time. It has nothing to do with me, but the economics chair in CU Boulder, Nick Flores, had an amazing idea, and he started building a team to teach online economics. He hired Karen Gebhardt, a very capable pedagogue and economist, and they have been developing amazing online courses. So I was very fortunate to be part of a team where someone taught me 3 things. My course needs to be very well organized, never last-minute changes in the syllabus. 2, we rely on retrieval practice, so lots of quizzes, exercises, and so on. 3, they aim to be very rigorous and complete. So this is where you find me. What happened? In the spring semester 2021, I tried to be more explicit about conveying the following message. Dear student, I see who you are, and I value and respect you, and I want to share this learning experience with you. According to a definition by Henry James, this can be called kindness. He wrote, to be genuinely kind necessitates an appreciation of the complex life within every person. Later, the famous psychologist William James says, there is very little difference between one person and another, but what little difference there is very important. That's it. So I try to be intentional about getting to know my students and letting them know that I care about them. All right, so we found 2 results. The first result is that comparing the average of my students with and without treatment, the class who received these messages did slightly better in their grades. You can see the box plot. Here's the average, 80 to 80. The box plot with the treatment also got rid of the lower part of the grades. This is encouraging as good students keep being good students, but this strategy helps weaker students. This is consistent with the literature on belonging and learning. Well, the second result can be a bit more tangible for many of you. In the course evaluations that students complete at the end of the semester, we can compare the comments in the control group versus the treatment group. So here we have from summer 2020. The first set of comments are some good, some bad, nothing really stands out. The course was well organized. Dr. Avila responded my emails. She tried hard, and so on. Spring 2021, we had a bit more messages to begin with. And overall, we find phrases such as great learning environment. Interesting class, I really enjoyed it. Pretty good. Love the online class. Kind and understanding, encouraging, and so on. Meaningful. What we did? Well, 2 strategies. 1 weekly message and 1 personalized message. The weekly message is something I've been doing since I started teaching online, so let's compare my messages. The control group says, hello class, this week you are introduced to 4 new concepts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the list of assignments for this week. By Wednesday, 1 and 2. By Sunday, 1 and 2. I am here in case you need me with a link to my email. Professor Avila. The treatment group. Hello class. Sometimes we just get it. We do our reading exercises, we go back to the videos, we solve the quizzes, we discuss, we get things done. Amazing. However, sometimes we struggle because R did not get installed correctly. James. Or because we are traveling to the other side of the world. Yan. Or because we got a birthday. Camila. Or we are working a lot. Wyatt. You name it. You struggle, I struggle, we all sometimes do. Allow for the possibility that the best of you is still inside you, waiting to emerge. You got this. This week is like no other. You are introduced to 4 new concepts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Given what you discussed in the past 2 weeks, I think you might be interested in learning a bit more about behavioral economics, mainly because we want to avoid biases when doing our sampling or whenever we use data for decision making. Therefore, the discussion, item number 4, is about biases. Here's the list of assignments. By Wednesday, 1, 2. By Sunday, 1, 2. Thank you for inspiring the topic of biases. Thank you for doing statistics even when you don't feel like it. I am here in case you need me. So the main features are, I keep record of mentioning at least once every student in general announcements. For face-to-face settings, my colleagues that teach statistics at Harvard, they use Teachly, an app where they mark every time someone participates. In the online settings, it's enough to have an Excel list and put a mark next to the name when you have called on them. 2, I use their comments from the past week to steer the direction of the examples or the discussion of this week. Therefore, there is like a dialogue between them and me, between them and the material. Finally, I allow myself to like them. I enjoy talking to them, and I believe they are listening. 1 personalized message. Hello, Cooper. It is refreshing to have your opinion through discussion posts on the course. I wonder how you are feeling. He was sick. This semester, with the stress of COVID, a mass shooting, we were in Boulder, and no spring break, I can see that students are reducing their hours on campus. This message is to reach out to you, especially now after the midterm as we head to the second part of the course. You have turned most assignments on time and your current grade is a B-. I like your strategy of consistently solving the problem sets and quizzes. This way you certainly may get the main idea of the module. To further improve, try solving your exercises. Even if you don't succeed 100%, they still count. Also review the videos where I solve problem sets and our exercises. If you struggle with the work or you just want to check in, visit me during office hours. I may not often reach out to you directly, but know that I am paying attention to you. Let's go through the main features. 1, I am intentional about conveying the message that I am trying to see them with the little information I have, right? 2, when writing this message, as well as my lectures and announcements, I address someone in particular. If you don't address someone, you don't address anyone. You need to think about Cooper and his eagerness to get good grades and how he got sick and so on. Finally, I am myself. I don't pretend to be excited when I'm not. And I allow myself to love what I do. I was so impressed by the results that I started to do more research on the topic of how kindness improves learning. And if it does not, at least, it makes everyone, including you, including the professor, enjoy life better. So I'm going to leave you with this. I found a paper by Brady and colleagues, a team from Stanford, who studies this particular topic, saying that an intervention detonates a sense of belonging. In other words, they remember how they felt from previous experiences. And therefore, as students feel seen and welcomed, this little intervention may multiply an array of psychological, behavioral, structural, and relational processes that help students feel welcome and learn better. Thank you for listening.